What is going on, guys? Dave from Wake Up It's Football, bringing you guys a 2016 NFL Draft Profile. Today it is Ezekiel Elliott, the running back out of Ohio State. Keep in mind, no tape, no video can be added to these scouting reports due to copyright infringement. So let's get right into this one again. Ezekiel Elliott, the running back out of Ohio State, standing at 6'0", 225 pounds, some collegiate stats: 3,961 yards, 449 receiving, 6.7 yards per carry for 43 touchdowns and 4 career fumbles. Now, a couple of highlights and awards for Ezekiel Elliott. Graham George, Offensive Player of the Year in 2015. Michi Dwayne, Running Back of the Year in 2015. Unanimous First Team All Big Ten in 2015. He did finish 8th place in the Heisman Trophy voting. He was the James E. Sullivan Award winner, the CFP National Champion in 2015, National Championship Offensive MVP in 2015, Sugar Bowl Champion in 2015, Sugar Bowl Offensive MVP in 2015, and he did win the Big Ten Championship with Ohio State in 2014. So a lot of things happened for him in 2015. Had a huge year, had some Heisman Trophy consideration. So Ezekiel Elliott definitely on a lot of people's radars when it comes to potentially being the first running back drafted in this year's draft class. Now, going into his pros and cons, first of all, I think he's very versatile. He can really do it in all three phases of the running back position, being running, receiving, and also blocking. I think he was an exceptional blocker, protected the quarterback in the pocket, and even would lead on certain run plays as a lead blocker as well. So I think blocking was not an issue. He wasn't afraid to get physical, and as a pass catcher, he also did swing to the outside and catch a handful of footballs here and there. I believe he only had one receiving touchdown at Ohio State, but nonetheless, he was still able to manage in that department. Now, his legs, I think, as a runner, the key to him being as good as he was, I thought, was the way he keeps his legs moving. He keeps piles moving forward, and when it comes to his contact or initial contact from the first defender, usually he'll lower his shoulder. His center of gravity tends to be where it needs to be. He'll lower his shoulder, but what gets him past those initial defenders are his legs. Those are the ones that keep, those are the things that keep churning. It's like his motors is at a very high level. So I think that's one thing to note for Ezekiel Elliott, is his motor, his legs, how well he performs when it comes to initial contact. Now, I would probably label him as a cutback runner, but when it comes to his cons, there were times where I noticed that not every cutback was very clean, and what I mean by that is he would take a step to the left, want to go right, and he would hesitate, which would allow defenders to wrap him up a lot more easily, especially in the backfield. So I thought that was a con. And I thought I would note that he did have a wrist injury. I think he may have either broken or fractured a wrist at some point in, I want to say, 2014, but he did play through it, and he did have a very productive year that year as well. So I think his round or his projection is going to be a bit erratic based on the fact that some people think he could go as high as 4 to Dallas. Some people are still devaluing the position, being the running back position there, where you can still find value in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round. So I think Ezekiel Elliott is a guy where you're really not going to know where he's going to go. It's going to be too hard to put a finger on it. So I really pretty much just put a projection where, I think the team that could draft him the highest or the lowest is based off of need. Which teams need running back right now? I think Dallas, Baltimore, the Giants, the Lions, the Colts, Jets, Texans, and the Seahawks could all, potentially take a look at a running back early in this draft. So those are the 8 teams I put as teams of interest. But let me know what you guys think. Throw your comments, questions, and concerns down below regarding Ezekiel Elliott. All that good stuff. It's really, again, it's going to be a crapshoot when it comes to where the first running back gets taken and who that first running back is. I think a lot are speculating that it is going to be Elliott versus Derrick Henry. So we're just going to have to wait and find out. But that is my draft profile on Ezekiel Elliott. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out.